Magkano ang minimum wage sa Canada? Hello everyone, this is John. Welcome back to my channel. So, itong episode na ito ay gusto kong mag-respond doon sa aking some of my subscribers na nagtanong about sa minimum wage sa Canada. So, I would like to read their comment. First, kay Jaira Nisi, sabi niya, pwede niyo po bang i-feature sa next episode nyo kung magkano ang minimum wage sa Canada? Si Riho 1, yan. Hello Kuya John, magkano po ang minimum wage sa Canada? Si Cathy Tua, Kuya John, pwede niyo po bang malaman kung magkano ang minimum wage salary sa Canada? Please feature this on your next episode. Thanks in advance. At si Jenny Chu, sarap ng food Kuya John. Please share on your next episode about the minimum wage in Canada. Thanks a lot. So ngayong episode na ito, gumawa po ako ng some research para magkaroon ng idea yung mga Pilipino na would like to migrate here in Canada. So ang Canada kasi ay merong 10 provinces and 3 territories. So each provinces and territories meron silang kanya-kanyang minimum wage. So ngayon I would like to give you an idea para kung sakaling naisipan nyo mag-migrate sa one of the provinces or territories here in Canada, alam niyo kung saan kayong magmamigrate at kung saan yung may pinakamalaking sweldo at mas magandang mag-migrate. So ngayon, simulan na natin ang information na nakuha ko na gusto kong i-share sa inyo kung magkano ang minimum wage. So I would like to start first with the 3 territories ng Canada, ang Nunavut, Northwest Territories and Yukon. So like I've said, Canada has 10 provinces and 3 territories. So bawat isa sa kanila ay may iba't ibang minimum wage. So let's start first with Nunavut, Canada. So sa Nunavut, Canada, ang minimum wage ay $13 per hour. So nagbigay na rin ako ng computation. So let's say if you are earning $13 and you work 8 hours a day, so ang kikitain mo sa isang araw is $104. So if you got a full-time job, so $104 times 5 days, so meron kang weekly income of $520. So and also we are required here in Canada to yung mga employers na magbigay ng minimum na vacation pay of at least 4%. So, nilagay ko na rin para meron kayong idea. So, if you're earning $520 a week, ang 4% niyang vacation pay is 20.80. So, your total gross income ng isang linggo ay $540.80. And if you are going to convert it into Philippine peso, so it means you have a weekly income of 20,550.40. Yan. So, yan yung magiging income mo kung gusto mong sa Nunavut mag-migrate. Now, let's go to Northwest Territories. So, ang minimum salary sa Northwest Territories is $13.46 per hour. So, let's say nakakuha ka ng full-time job which is 8 hours per day. So 13 times 46 times 8 hours, meron kang gross daily income na $107.68. So if we're going to compute it in 1 week, so in 5 days in 1 week you work 5 days, so 107.68, you will have a weekly income of $538.40. And like I've said, isinama ko yung vacation pay na of at least 4% of your gross income, which is 21.54. So ang iyong total na weekly income sa Northwest Territories kung minimum wage earner ka is $559.36 for 1 week lang yan. So let's convert it into peso. So it will become 21,277.57. So anyway, yung conversion ko ay binase ko sa 1 Canadian dollar is equals to 38 pesos. Okay. So the third third territory ng Canada ay ang Yukon. So dito naman sa Yukon, ang minimum wage salary dito per hour is 12.71. So if you are working 8 hours per day, so ang daily income mo ay 101.68. So i-times naman natin siya. Let's say you're working 5 days a week. So you have 508.40 at idagdag natin yung 4% na vacation pay mo, which is mandatory sa lahat ng mga employer na ibigay nila sa employees nila. 4% of your weekly income is 20.34. So ang total gross weekly income mo if you're working in Yukon is 528.36. So i-convert naman natin siya into Philippine pesos. So 20,091 pesos and 97 cents. Yan ang equivalent niya sa Philippine money. Okay, ngayon naman, let's go to the provinces. So yan yung mga territories ng Canada. So ngayon naman, ang Canada has 10 provinces. So I would like to start with Newfoundland. So sa Newfoundland, ang minimum wage salary is 11.40 per hour. So if you are working 8 hours a day sa Newfoundland, so most likely you will be receiving 91.20 per day. At kung full-time naman ang trabaho mo, it means you're working 5 days a week. So you will be earning $456 sa isang linggo. And dinagdag ko dyan, so 4% vacation pay, 18.24. So your total gross income will become 474.24. And if we are going to convert it into Philippine pesos, it's 18,021 pesos and 12 cents. Ayan. So yan yung income. So at least ngayon may idea na kayo, no? Let's go to the next province sa Canada, ang Prince Edward Island, na ang minimum wage salary dito is 12.85 per hour. So medyo mataas ng kaunti sa Newfoundland. So if you are working 8 hours, most likely you will be earning 102.80 cents per day. And kung full-time siya sa isang linggo, you work 5 days a week, that is 514. Idagdag natin yung vacation pay mo na 20.56. So your total gross income is 534.56. And if we are going to convert it into Philippine peso, so most likely your weekly income is 20,313.28. Wow, ang laki, ano? Now, let's go to the next province ng Canada, ang Nova Scotia. Ang minimum salary sa Nova Scotia is 12.55 per hour. So, mas mababa ito ng 30 cents compared to Prince Edward Island. So, if you are minimum wage earner at meron kang trabaho na 8 hours per day, so ang one day income mo lang ay $100.40. So, kung full-time ka, you work 5 days a week, it will become $502. Idagdag natin yung, let's add the vacation pay of $20.08. So your gross income is 522.08. And if we're going to convert it into Philippine peso, your weekly income is 19,839.04. Ayan. So next province tayo, New Brunswick. Sa New Brunswick, medyo mababa ang salary dito, which is malapit yan sa East Coast yata. I'm not sure with my geography. But anyway, so ang minimum wage salary sa New Brunswick is 11.50. Medyo mababa compare natin ito sa Prince Edward Island at saka sa Nova Scotia. So kung nag-work ka ng 8 hours per day, so ang total gross per income mo per day is $92. So kung full-time ka sa New Brunswick, most likely you will be earning $460. Tapos idagdag natin yung vacation pay mo na which is $18.40. So your total gross income is $478.40. And if we're going to convert it into Philippine peso, that is 18,179.20. Ayan. So, let's go to Quebec, Canada. So, sa Quebec, Canada, mas mataas siya ng $1 compare sa New Brunswick kasi ang minimum wage sa Quebec is $12.50 per hour. So if you are earning 12.50 an hour and you work 8 hours per day, so your one day wage is $100. So if we're going to multiply it into 5 days, let's say you're working full time, you most likely you will be earning $500. And let's add the vacation pay of 4%, so which is $20.20, and your gross income will be 520. So if we're going to convert it into Philippine peso, that is 19,760. Wow. Now let's go to the province of Ontario. So ang minimum wage in Ontario a little bit higher compared to Quebec, Canada. It's $14 per hour. So if you are working 8 hours per day, let's multiply it into $14. So your daily wage is $112. So let's say you work full time, you work 5 days a week, your total weekly income is $560. And let's add the 4% vacation pay, which is $22.40. So ang iyong gross income is $582.40. And if we are going to convert it into Philippine peso, your weekly income based on the Philippine money is 22,131.20. Okay. Next province is Manitoba, Canada. So in Manitoba, medyo mababa ng kaunti kasi if Ontario is $14, Manitoba minimum wage salary is 11.65 per hour. So let's say you work 8 hours a day, so let's multiply it in sa 11.65, so your daily wage is 93.20. So kung full-time ka, let's multiply it into 5 days, so your weekly income is $466. Let's add the 4% vacation pay, which is 18.64, so your total gross income is 484.64. And if we're going to convert it into Philippine peso, that is 18,416.32. Yeah, weekly income pa lang yan. So, next province natin is the province of Saskatchewan. So, in Saskatchewan, medyo mababa ang kanilang minimum wage salary, which is only 11.32 per hour. So, kung yan yung minimum wage salary mo and you work 8 hours a day, so your daily wage will be $90.56. So if you work full time, so yung $90.56 mo, let's multiply it into 5 days. So let's say you work 5 days in a week, gross weekly income mo is 452.80. And let's add the vacation pay, which is 4% of that is 18.11, and your total gross income is 470.91. And if we convert it into Philippine peso, that would be 17,894.58. And again, I based my conversion sa current exchange rate ngayon, which is 1 Canadian dollars is equivalent to 38 pesos as of this February 2020. Next province natin is the province of British Columbia. In British Columbia, the minimum wage salary is 13.85 per hour. But I am not sure. I heard the news na it seems that the minimum wage salary in British Columbia mag-increase yata yan by June 2020. But I'm not sure with that. So let's i-verify natin yung information in our next vlog. Pero as of this time, February 2020, the minimum wage in British Columbia is 13.85. So if you're full-time, you're working 8 hours per day, so your total daily wage is 110.80. And if we're going to multiply it into 5 days, so let's say you're full-time, your total gross weekly income is 554. And let's add the 4% vacation pay, which is 22.16. And your gross income is 576.16. And if we are going to convert it into Philippine pesos, that is 21,894.08. Ayan. And that, last but not the least, ang province where I live, which is the Alberta. So, sa lahat po ng provinces and territories here in Canada, ang Alberta po ang may pinakamataas na minimum wage. So, ang minimum wage salary sa Alberta is $15 per hour. But for students under 18 years old na nag-work, $13 lang sila. Pero most likely is $15. So, let's say you work 8 hours a day. Let's multiply it into 15. So, your daily wage is $120. So, if you are full-time, you work 5 days a week, your gross weekly income is $600. And if we're going to add the 4% vacation pay, at least, which is $24, so your total gross weekly income ay $624. And if you're going to convert it into Philippine pesos, ang equivalent niya is 23,712 pesos. Ayan. So, I hope nagkaroon kayo ng idea kung sinong provinces and territories here in Canada ang mayroong mataas na minimum wage. So, as far as I'm concerned, kasi I've been here in Alberta for almost 10 years na, kaya I can say talagang Alberta is the best place to work kasi there's lots of job actually here in Grand Prairie, that's where yung city na nakatira ako. Bibihira na yung nagbibigay ng $15 dito. Mostly ng mga employers dito sa Grand Prairie, it's around $17 pataas yung ibinibigay nila. So, sa mga subscribers ko na nag-ask about sa minimum wage, I hope na natulungan ko kayo, and itong vlog na ito magandang information para magkaroon kayo ng idea kung saang provinces or city dito sa Canada na gusto ninyong mag-settle. Thank you so much for watching my episode today. Kung meron po kayong mga tanong or suggestions regarding our life here in Canada, please make comment below at i-feature ko yan sa aking mga future episodes. And before I say goodbye to everyone, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for you to get more information about Canada. Once again, thank you so much for supporting my channel. Have a great night, everyone.